following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball is brought to you by Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Culvers of Lincoln, Grau Incorporated, Chestnut Health Systems, Brian Clark State Farm Insurance, Independent Health Insurance Agent Dara Entwistle, Heartland Bank and Trust Company, Heartland Community College, Lincoln, Emo's Cafe, Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, Joe Ryan Country Financial, Schneider Masonry, Simply Traveled Cruise Planners, and United Community Bank. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball.
Sanderson Gymnasium as the Railers get set to take on the Tornadoes from Taylorville High School. You're in the Grau Incorporated pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Coach Neil Alexander Court. And Scott, Railers winners of 4 in a row, fresh off a victory 43-30 last night in Mattoon. So a quick turnaround for the Railers as we got home a little later than normal, but it was a much better ride home after the Railer victory 43-30 over the Green Wave from Mattoon, and it was a big fourth quarter for the Railers. Mattoon made their way back in that third quarter, and Railers were able to put them away in that fourth. With some big baskets by Komnick. Komnick with 9 in the quarter last night. Smith out on the break a few times for the Railers. And then I thought Frank Sanders was one of his better games last night. Frank Sanders with 8 points and 6 rebounds last night for the Railers. It looks like, I do know Tungate is in street clothes. Miller is out with sickness tonight. So another different lineup for Coach Alexander. That he's going to have to figure out how to take care of the Tornadoes here tonight. Yeah, and, Miller, he didn't look himself last night anyway. He kind of struggled from the free throw line, and, it just seemed a step, late last night. And he looked a little under the weather, and it's going around. We talked to Coach Dietrich today with the wrestling program, and a lot of his kids were sick and, fighting that flu bug or whatever it is going around. And now it's kind of creeping its way back into the basketball team, and we got some big games coming up. Every game's big, but we got one coming up Thursday, the makeup game between Glenwood. So hopefully we can have a full squad then. But you're going to see a little different lineup tonight with Miller out and Tungate. It's 2 of your ball handlers right there. So I'm sure Hayes will have a lot of the duties of bringing up, and even Komnick. And I don't know what Short's going to have to get some minutes in there as well. Yeah, you're right. As Coach Alexander got his full roster back for the last couple games, they fall right back. And Gabe Smith has been under the weather all week, and that's why he wasn't in the starting lineup last night. And so he's still kind of recovering too. So yeah, it's been a not a good season for the Railers as far as health goes, and hopefully, like we said, they can get healthy here towards the end of the season. Railers on a 4-game winning streak dating back to the 24th of January when they beat Normal U-High and then beat Rock Island here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on the 25th, 42-41. Winners from Jacksonville on the 28th, and then took care of Mattoon on the 31st, which was last night. Railers in action here tonight against Taylorville, and then back here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on Thursday to take on the Titans from Glenwood. 3 games in a row for the Railers. Then we travel to Decatur Eisenhower February the 7th on Friday, and then at Lanphier on the 8th on Saturday. That's a 6:30 start for the varsity. 8 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. We'll send it back for another timeout. You're in the Growl Incorporated pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post Nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
You're in the Growl Incorporated pregame show. Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Coach Neil Alexander Court, getting set for non-conference action here this Saturday night as the Tornadoes from Taylorville come to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. The Railers 14-8 on the season, 3-4 in conference play. Taylorville checks in at 12-11 and 4-3 in Apollo conference play. And as Scott said earlier, big game here for the Railers in non-conference action, but it's all conference action as the Railers have 3 games in a row, and that doesn't happen very often, Scott. As you know, normally as of late you play Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, but with the snow out, I think it was back when we were supposed to play Chatham not too long ago, that game fit in the schedule on a Thursday, and the Railers are going to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday without Tungate, without Miller tonight. We talked about it. We got to get some guys back healthy, because not only do you miss your normal lineup, normal rotation, but some other guys got to step up from the bench.
Yeah, and with Miller and Tungate out, that's your ball handlers right there, and Miller's really going to be missed tonight. So if he's home watching, hopefully he has a speedy recovery and get him back to good health, because we need that senior leadership out there and just that grit. He's a very physical and up and down the court type of guy, and he will be missed tonight. But like you mentioned earlier, Josh, we're going to see a different lineup tonight. We'll be big.
Yeah.
You're going to have Frank and Hayes, Horn, Comnick, and Smith.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's feeling better tonight, and we're going to have to ask for some help off the bench with Velakovic and Short, and they've seen some minutes this year, so it's nothing new to them. They're just going to have to step up and contribute.
Speaking of Velakovic and Short, the Railer sophomores were victorious just a little bit ago, 52-35. Taylorville comes into the contest tonight averaging 56 points a game on the season, giving up 54, while the Railers scoring 44 and giving up 43. That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After word from our sponsors, Scott and I'll be back here in Lincoln to bring you the play-by-play action as the Railers take on the Tornadoes. As always, a big thank you goes out to all of our sponsors. This has been the Josh Comnick Growl Incorporated pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by
State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Lincoln Railer basketball is on the air. Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you tonight's matchup from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School for tonight's matchup between the Lincoln Railers and the Tornadoes from Taylorville High School. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby on the camera, and Paula Kodat back at the studio, and we are all set to bring you tonight's action. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners and viewers that are tuning in to WLCN 96.3 FM, listening on the go to the Mixler app, or watching our live stream video on YouTube. We hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. It's time to check tonight's list of the games, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell. And if you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. Josh, you got about a minute 20 for tonight's
Well, I'll say it. We've lost to Sanders and Hayes for a good portion of this season. Now we're without Tungate and Miller, so I'd say we're going to have to watch foul trouble. I think a big key is make sure Frank and Hayes and anybody out on the court, especially those guys that have taken most of the majority of minutes for the varsity squad, that they're going to have to be smart with their foul, smart with their defense, and because we're going to need all those guys that are out there. Also, as you talked about earlier, Short and Vlahovic probably coming first guys off the bench for this team. Those guys are going to have to be ready, and then I'm still waiting for that breakout of shooting. You know, we didn't shoot it well last night from the perimeter at Mattoon, and you like to think you can shoot better at home, and no better night than tonight to do it here for the Railers.
Railers in their locker room. Taylorville going into their huddle as we get set for tonight's matchup between the Lincoln Railers and the Taylorville Tornadoes. Josh, we've seen the Tornadoes over the past, when we were in the Apollo and when they were in the Central State A. We talked a little bit about last night, and it's a matchup that we look forward to each and every year.
Yeah, and I still enjoy going to Taylorville to play in that place.
I think like being on the court.
Well, that part of it too. I didn't understand that, but I still like their gym. It's just kind of a nice old school gym. It seems like we shoot it pretty well. It's a good place to shoot it, but we're here at Roy S. and yeah, there's been some battles going on. Back in my day, I know they beat us at their place my sophomore year. They had a really talented team, and then they took their lumps for a while in the Central State A. But I think Coach Brown at Taylorville does a good job with them, and this will be a good contest for the Railers. This isn't the team that Taylorville lost a bunch of them in a row in the Central State A. This is an improved Taylorville team, and Coach Brown does a good job with them.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break as we play the national anthem. When we come back, we will have starting lineups and the opening tip here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the starting lineups between the Tornadoes and your Lincoln Railers. First, for the visitors from Taylorville, they come in with a record of 12-11 and 4-3 in Apollo Conference action. First man out, 6 foot and a senior, number 2, Clark Durbin. 6'1" and a senior, number 4, Drake Howard. 6'4" and a senior, number 15, Baron Odom. 6 foot and a junior, number 23, Malik Pierce. And 6'5" and a freshman, number 44, Brock Brown. The Tornadoes are coached by Ryan Brown. And now getting set for the starting lineups for your Lincoln Railers. The Railers coming to the contest with a record of 14-8 on the season, 3-4 in Central State 8 play. We'll take a minute here for the Railer hype video up on the Jumbotron. Again, the Railers in action here on Thursday night as the Titans from Chatham come to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. And then the Railers are on the road on Friday as we travel to Decatur to take on the Panthers from Eisenhower, and then on the road again on Saturday at Springfield Lanphier High School. The starting lineups for your Lincoln Railers. First man out, 6'5" and a senior, number 30, Hayes. Drew Hayes. 6'3" and a junior, number 5, Komnick. Carson Komnick. The man in the middle, 6'5" and a senior, 34, Sanders. Frank Sanders. 6'2" and a senior guard, number 3, Smith. Gabe Smith. And 6'3" and a senior, number 1, Horn. Blake Horn. Head coach Neil Alexander, assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dahm, and Gary Rademacher.
It's game time between the Lincoln Railers and the Taylorville Tornadoes. Taylorville in their traveling purples, gold numbers. Railers in their home whites. Green numbers trimmed in red. And here we go.
Full day of basketball here on Saturday. The Railers freshmen were victorious. The Lady Railer varsity victorious. Big time over Champaign Central. Railer sophomores with a victory 52-35. And now let's go for the sweep here.
Baron Odom and Frank Sanders set to jump. Tonight's opening tip sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. And the opening tip controlled by the Lincoln Railers. Hayes with the ball. He'll feed Sanders. Sanders backing down Odom with the spin. Nowhere to go. Kick it out to Hayes. Top of the key now Smith. And we got a 3-second violation on Sanders.
Yeah, Frank had the ball and didn't have a lot going on with it. Tried to make a move and then tried to kick it out, just didn't leave the lane, and a first turnover there for the Railers.
Might be the first one I've seen all year.
Yeah, there haven't been very many 3-second calls.
Taylorville with their first possession. Howard has it, top of the key, goes right to Brown. Back to Howard, over to Pierce. Pierce all the way across to Brown. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Horn for the Railers.
Yeah, Brown's a guy they look to go to. The coach's son, 6'5", and a freshman, going to be here in that Tornado uniform for a long time.
Hayes will hand off to Comnick. Comnick bobbles it, now gets control, now loses it to Durbin. Kick it over to Pierce, left wing. He'll try to get by Smith, nowhere to go. Now he'll back it out.
Yeah, a little bit different defensive formation there for the Railers as now Comnick plays the point on the press to go along with Horn and Smith on the wings, Sanders and Hayes underneath.
Brown over to Odom. Now they'll work it inside to Howard. Pierce left wing. Kick it over to Odom. Now Durbin. Durbin, jumper on the way, no good from Howard. Rebound Sanders for the Railers.
Good job there by Smith at tipping it. Couldn't get control of it, but he tipped it right to Sanders. Sanders with the rebound. The Railers in 2 possessions now, 2 turnovers to start the game.
Railers with the basketball, no score. About a minute 30's gone by. Hayes with it. Looking for Sanders. Now Horn. Horn's going to stop. Try to backdoor to Comnick. Comnick up with the right, partially blocked, no good. Here come the Tornadoes. Durbin pushes to the right. Now hands off to Howard. Howard gets to the lane, picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Now Pierce right corner, tapped out of his hands, going to stay with Taylorville.
Boy, the Railers with 3 possessions and not a good shot on all 3. 2 turnovers and a failed shot attempt by Comnick, so not off to a good start here offensively.
Taylorville with the ball. Odom all the way underneath to number 2. That is Durbin. Up and good for Durbin, and the Taylorville Tornadoes take the lead 2-0. Horn at the elbow. Comnick's going to dribble in, up with the right, over the rim, and good for Comnick, and we're tied at 2.
Yeah, he ran the play for Comnick to shoot a 3 in the corner, but he elected not to, and easy drive by Comnick to get to the basket, and Railers on the board.
Brown with the basketball. He'll hand off to Odom. Now Pierce. Over to Durbin. Durbin all the way across to Brown. Now they'll feed number 4 off the rim, no good. That's Howard. Rebound Sanders for the Railers. All tied up at 2, just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Well, you talk about different lineup. Hayes now running the point on the position for the Railers.
Comnick kicks it out to Horn. Now they'll work it up top to Smith. Now to the right to Hayes. Now Sanders. Now they'll work it back to the left. Hayes going to set a pick for Comnick. Comnick kicks it out to Smith. Trying to find Hayes, nothing there. Now reset up top with Horn. Comnick 3, right corner off the front of the iron, no good. He'll track down his own rebound. Now back it out to Horn. Horn's going to dribble in. Little running jumper, up and good for Horn. And the Railers take the lead 4-2.
Yeah, good job by Carson to follow his shot there and got the offensive rebound. A couple passes away, and Horn with a good drive to the hoop.
Railers with their first lead. Tornadoes with the ball. That's Howard with it. He'll give it to Pierce. Now bounce pass inside. Kicked away. Comnick comes away with it. He'll push left. Now back it out to Horn. Up top to Hayes. Swing it to Smith, right wing. Now Hayes will walk it out, set up the play. Kick it out to Horn, right wing. Top of the key, Smith. Smith dribbles in, kicks it out. Comnick, three, corner, airballed it. Sanders tracks down the rebound. Kick it out to Horn. Horn up with the left, up and good off the backboard for Horn. He's got 4 points. Raiders up 4.
Yeah, another strong drive there by Sanders. By Horn. Sanders with a big offensive rebound, as he did last night. Keeps the possession alive for the Railers.
Howard in some trouble, now gets it to Odom. Odom will hand off to Pierce. He'll get the play from Coach Brown. Work it right. Brown for a deep three off the back of the iron. No good. Tapped out of there. Here comes Horn. A little grab there by Brown.
Oh, intentional too.
An intentional call on Brown.
Yeah, I think that referee thought he was going to stop the momentum of Horn going to the hoop. So that's an intentional foul. Now, I'm not sure who goes to the line here on intentional. Is it
probably the person that was
guy that was fouled?
Yeah.
So it should be Horn if that's the way it goes. But intentional foul. So Horn with 2 free throws now, and the ball will come back for the Railers.
Horn to the line, got the first.
Yeah.
Somewhere we struggled last night, Josh.
Yeah, and Blake hasn't been there a lot this year. Just doesn't go to the line a whole lot, but Blake with a big one, first one, and gets the second one to go.
And the ball. Comnick will inbound for the Lincoln Railers. He'll kick it to Hayes, who looks like he's going to have the point guard duties tonight.
Yeah, he's brought the ball up every possession here so far for the Railers.
Smith, a little indecisive move there. Now Comnick finds Horn. Horn kicks it out. Hayes, 3, left wing, off the rim, no good. Rebound Pierce for the Taylorville Tornadoes. Pierce will push it left, now fire it over. Now tried to get it down to Brown. And tracked down, saved, almost saved there by Horn. Going to stay with the Tornadoes.
30-second timeout now for Taylorville, and we'll keep it right here. So a good start for the Railers. Lincoln up 8-2 with 2:26 left here in the first quarter, and been spurred by basically all 2-pointers for the Railers. A couple of drives by Horn, one by Comnick, and the Railers up. Good defensive effort here so far. Railer defense was good last night at Mattoon. Scott only gave up 13 points in that first half. The Railer defense is there, just haven't been able to put the ball in the hole, minus Miller and Tungate tonight. So it's a whole different, not necessarily a lineup, but a different formation as Hayes is kind of running the point guard duties.
It's going to be Taylorville basketball right in front of the Railer bench with 2:26 to go in the first. Railers up 8-2. Odom to inbound. He'll kick it in to Yonker. Now over to Pierce. Odom with it, deep right wing. Now up top to, that's Howard. Back to Odom. Now Howard. Howard thinks about a 3. Comnick there to redirect it. Now Brown, top of the key. He'll dribble right. Now back it out. Fire it over to Howard. Now Odom in the corner. Feed it into Brown. Nowhere to go. Back to Odom. Stolen by Comnick. Comnick's going to go up. Tapped out of there by Howard. And now here come the Tornadoes. Pierce pushes right. Now backs it out. Now he'll go to the right. Now to the left. Fired up to Odom. Tapped out of there, Comnick on the ground. Horn, great play, flips it to Smith. Now Hayes kicks it out to Smith. Bounce pass to Horn. Horn up and couldn't get it to go. And that should be a travel right there, no call. On the ground, Comnick all over the place. And we're going to have a jump ball So a little flurry right there, Josh. A lot of contact.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not sure how that wasn't a travel.
Uncalled travel. And
he did not. The official did not. He went up for the rebound and came down with it and just fell all the way to the ground, and no call there.
Well, they're letting him play. Short's going to check in for Horn. Horn, a well-deserved break. He's got 6 points, 6 of the 8.
Well, and Short was sick on Friday. He didn't play he didn't even make the trip last night to Mattoon, and he's back here tonight. Logged a lot of minutes in that sophomore game and gets quick minutes.
We're going to have a foul.
Yeah, it looks like a foul on Frank.
Sanders picks up his first, and Vlahovic is going to check in for him. Good 7 minutes by Frank and Horn as they get a break. Taylorville to inbound. Yonker will kick it in to Champley. Now there's Comnick again and a little push. Did you have a discussion with the young Comnick today?
No.
Because I tell you what, he's been all over the place.
No, not any more than normal.
He just listened today.
Well, I don't know about that. But
Railers with the basketball up 6. We're under a minute to go here in the first. Short to Hayes.
Yeah, we're going to have to find somebody to get in the middle. Zone.
And it's going to be out of bounds off the Railers. Turnover, Taylorville basketball.
Yeah, third turnover now for the Railers. And when we've obviously not turned the ball over, we've gotten good shots at the basket, good drives to the hoop for the Railers, but we've had too many turnovers here in this first quarter.
Brown to Odom, fired over to Champley. He'll kick it up top. Now Howard to Brown up top with 23 seconds to go in the first. And they'll look to hold for the last shot of the first quarter. Howard will hold it with 15. To Champley, now Odom. Howard with 7. He'll dribble in, pull up for a jumper, up, no good. Hayes. Kick it over. Comnick, three-pointer, didn't get it. I don't think it was out of his hands anyway in time. And at the end of the first quarter, it's the Lincoln Railers 8, Taylorville Tornadoes 2. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. Second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by
Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, the home of Coach Neil Alexander Court. As we enter the second quarter, the Railers will have the ball up 8-2, and Horn will inbound for the Railers.
Yeah, again, Hayes running that point position with Tungate and Miller on the shelf.
Not a whole lot of scoring first quarter, Josh, but a lot of action.
Yeah, you're right. Not a lot of balls going through the net. A lot of turnovers.
Sanders and Horn back into the game. So nobody in real foul trouble now. Sanders and Horn have one. Smith with the basketball. He'll spin in, head fake, and feet kind of slid, and he's going to get called for the travel.
Yeah, fourth turnover now for the Railers, and we just look out of sorts, more than normal here against just a regular man-to-man defense by Taylorville.
Stolen away. Sanders stole it from Brown and gives it to Hayes. Hayes going to push it up the court. Tried to get it over to Komnick on the ground. Horn there, tracks it down. Fired over to Smith, right wing. Bounce pass to Sanders on the block. He's going to back down Odom. Kick it out. Now they'll work it to the left. Hayes going to try to get in the lane. Nothing there. Picks up his dribble. Now Horn's going to follow. Feeds Sanders. Sanders on his back, and it's going to be fouled before.
Ooh, they're going to get him 2 shots. Wow.
All right, we'll take it, but little head fake by Sanders. The guy came down on his back, and they're going to say he was in the act of shooting and get 2 free throws.
You're right. It's a good pass by Horn. Found Sanders right underneath the basket, and Frank did a good job. Ball fake, got him up in the air, and then landed on his back. Not sure why it was a 2-shot foul, but we'll take it. Frank misses the first free throw.
Second free throw up and no good. Misses both. Komnick in there for the rebound. He'll save it into Smith and go into the bleachers. He'll get back up. Hayes going to fight up. Partially blocked. Stepped out of bounds. Taylorville basketball. Well, you're going to have to buy Mr. Komnick a steak dinner tonight.
Well, let's put some points on the board here first.
Taylorville with the basketball. That's Pierce. Picks up his dribble. Back to Pierce. Work it over to the right side. Now a shot way off. Rebound comes down to Champley. He loses it. Komnick grabs it. Kicks it up to Smith. Smith, a little Euro step, blocked. And Champley there to grab the ball, and a foul on the Railers. It's on Hayes, his first, team first. Well, Josh, we're getting to the rim. We're just not, I don't want to say we're not going up strong, but Taylorville able to get a hand on the ball. Several blocks.
We've had several, you're right. Several blocks, several knockaways. Just not going strong enough.
Taylorville with the basketball. We're stuck at 8-2 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Champley with the basketball. He'll give it to Ladage. Ladage going to try to get on Sanders. Couldn't get it to go, and here come the Railers. Horn, top of the key. Now left wing Komnick. Horn's going to find a lane. Up with the left end. A little too strong, but Pierce picked up the foul.
Yeah.
And how good's Horn been this first half?
Aggressive. And we haven't seen this for a few games from Blake. And he's been able to get to the rim a few times. He scored a few layups. Now Horn going back to the free throw line where he's 2 of 2 on the night. That's hard.
You just jinxed him. We're going to blame that one on you.
I didn't shoot it.
Second one up and good for Horn. Horn going to be in the black and red next year as he committed to the Blackburn Beavers. So I'll get to see a lot of him the next 4 years. Taylorville with the basketball. Railers up 7. Champley with it. Now a little bounce pass into Durbin. Durbin's going to try to get in on Hayes. Nowhere to go.
We'll take that 3-second call now.
Yeah. Little jumper by Durbin. Off, no good. Ladage with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Pierce. Pierce up with the right. Up off the backboard and good for Pierce. And now the Tornadoes with 4. Railers up 5. Komnick will dribble out of it, give it to Hayes. Hayes going to dribble in. Now Smith, 3, right wing off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Howard for the Tornadoes. He's going to fire it way up. That was to Durbin. He tried to tip it over to Ladage, just a little too high, out of bounds.
You talk about sloppy basketball so far here in this this first half. 9-4, 4:20 left here in the first half.
Feed Sanders. He's going to go up and good.
Yeah, let's just throw it to him about 10 times in a row and see if they can stop him.
I don't think they can. He's just too big and strong.
Yeah, I think we go right back to Frank several times in a row here and make Taylorville guard Frank.
11-4 Railers. We're at the halfway point here in the second. Tried to feed it down low to Durbin. Now he's going to get trapped. Tried to throw it off of Hayes. Couldn't get it. And now out of bounds off Taylorville's Lattage. Railer basketball. Brown and Yonker will check in for the Tornadoes. Durbin and Lattage will have a seat as the Railers will walk it up with Hayes up by 7. Horn hands off to Smith. Now up top to Hayes. Back to Smith, right wing. Frank working that middle. Smith thought about a 3. Kick it over to Horn. Now they'll find Frank. Kick it back out to Smith. Try to get it over to Komnick. Hayes will grab the loose ball. Give it to Horn. Horn loses it. Kicks it. Komnick, 3. Corner. Got it. Komnick with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer. And the Tornadoes need a timeout as the Railers up 10 with 3:16 to go. It's a 30-second timeout.
Well, we got it into Frank in the middle, and everybody tried to kind of converge on Frank, and he was able to find Hayes, and then Hayes over to Komnick, who finally gets a 3-pointer to go from that corner. And if Taylorville's going to play this zone, we got to figure out a way to get it to Frank in the middle or on the block and let him go to work. Hayes running the point out on the top, so he's not a threat really underneath, but Frank can be, and I think we got to continue to work through Frank if he can score the basketball underneath. If not, he can kick it out and maybe find Komnick on the 3-point line to get a couple threes to go.
14-4 Railers, 3:16 to go in the first half. Will be Taylorville basketball out of the timeout. Now the Railers pushing their defense up a little bit and make Taylorville work to get the ball across. Brown to Odom, kick it over to Pierce. Pierce to Brown. Now back to Pierce. He'll back it out. Now fire it over to Odom. Howard tried to feed it into Pierce. Loose ball tracked down there by the Tornadoes. Feed Brown, jumper on the way, up and good for Brown. (14-6). Smith with it up top. Now Sanders. Sanders sets a pick for Horn, nothing there. Now Hayes with it left corner. 8-point lead for the Railers. Komnick almost had a strip. Now Horn's going to fire a 3 from the corner. Got it. Horn with the Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer. And the Railers up by 11 with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, both of them, they tried to do a high pick and roll with Carson and Horn, and both guys went on Carson after they set the screen. Carson about lost it, but was able to get it back to Horn.
Brown jumper up, no good. Faffer underneath, and Yonker got the rebound and picked up the foul. The foul is on. Is that on Komnick?
Yeah.
It's only his first, team second. With 1:47 to go, Taylorville to inbound. Yonker, 5-second call on Yonker. And turnover Taylorville.
Yeah, it looks like Taylorville, Coach Brown wanting to put on a little pressure here against the Railers as Hayes will bring it up. Now Horn will bring it up for the Railers.
Watch the trap. Now they do. They get out of it. Hayes with the ball. Now Komnick. Komnick's going to dribble in. Nowhere to go. Fire it back out to Hayes. Hayes going to get to the lane. Try to get it over to Horn, and Hayes picks up his second on a charge call. With 1:30 to go, and I think Vlahovic is, well, nope. They're going to bring in Short, just a little too late to check in for Hayes. Hayes has to be careful here before the next dead ball. Stolen away by Hayes. Bounce pass to Komnick. Lost it just a little ahead of him. Couldn't get the handle. Turnover, Railers. Short's going to check in for Hayes with 1:17 to go. Railers up by 11. They'll get it across to Pierce. He's going to try to dribble in. Now hand it off to Yonker. He's going to lose it, but another foul on Horn. That's his second. Nope, it's on 3. They called out for Smith. All right, that's better
Smith's
yet.
first, but the Railers' 4th team foul on Taylorville, struggling to score, obviously, with just 6 points here. You don't want to give them any easy baskets.
Brown kicks it out. Now up top to Pierce. Pierce fires it over. 3 on the way by Howard, too strong. Brown with the rebound with 50 seconds to go. Little lob inside to Odom. Couldn't handle it. Railers come away with it. And we'll see if they hold for 1. They'll work it to the left. Sanders, left wing. He'll hold on to it. Now fired out to Horn with 24 seconds.
Yeah, now you got to figure out who's going to run the point here. You know, Hayes is out, and Short's out there who runs the point for the sophomore team. But
Horn's going to dribble in, lose it, pick it up, and stolen away by Pierce. Here comes Pierce. Fired over. 3 on the way. No good. Comic's going to grab it and get called for the travel with 1.8 seconds to go in the first half. Odom to inbound. Fired in. 3 on the way off. And at the end of the first half, it's the Lincoln Railers 17, Taylorville Tornadoes 6. We'll take a commercial break. We come back. We'll have the Ground Incorporated halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball is brought to you by Me Realty, Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, Culvers of Lincoln, Grau Incorporated, Chestnut Health Systems, Brian Clark State Farm Insurance, Independent Health Insurance Agent Dara Entwistle, Heartland Bank and Trust Company, Heartland Community College, Lincoln, Emo's Cafe, Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, Joe Ryan Country Financial, Schneider Masonry, Simply Traveled Cruise Planners, and United Community Bank. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball.
Back here at halftime, the Railers lead at 17-6 over the Tornadoes from Taylorville. We'll run through the scoring. First for Taylorville, they've got 3 guys with 2 points. Clark Durbin, Malik Pierce, and Brock Brown with 2 apiece to round out the 6 points for Taylorville. The Railers were led in the first half by the 6'3" senior Blake Horn with 10. 5 points for Carson Komnick and 2 for Frank Sanders. Again, the Railers lead it here at half 17-6. We'll send it back to the studios and more of the Growl Incorporated halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Another
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by
Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by
Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant.
Welcome back, Railer fans. You're in the Growl Incorporated halftime show where the Railers lead it here 17-6 over the Tornadoes from Taylorville. Railers led after one 8-2 and extended that lead on a 9-4 second quarter run to grow their lead to 17-6. We'll go through the stats here. First, for Taylorville, Scott, not a lot of it very good here. 3 of 15 from the field for Taylorville for 20%. They've not made a three on 5 attempts, have yet to be to the free throw line. They've got 10 total rebounds, 4 of them offensive, and 11 turnovers on 1 assist. And when you got 11 turnovers and just 6 points, boy, it's tough to win a game right now. The bad thing is they're not out of it.
Yeah, I said
right?
they're only down 11, and I think first team to 30 wins here is the way it's kind of looking. And, yeah, it's just kind of the same thing for the Railers. You know, good defense, tough defense, just have a hard time scoring. You know, Blake Horn had a fantastic first half, and Comnick able to hit some threes. He's got 5, Horn with 10 to lead the Railers, and then you got Big Frank with 2. And you know, we talked about it earlier, Josh. I think we need to kind of utilize him a little bit more because, you know, he's big and strong, and, you know, he's hard to defend down there just with his strength, and, you know, he's got good footwork.
Well, we've just lost Hayes, too, ever since he's come back from the injury. He was coming into right before he went down with the injury, I would say somewhere between 12 and 15 points a game from the Railers, and he has not yet scored tonight. I think only had maybe 2 or 4 last night. He does a lot of other things, but we need him to score for this Railer team. The Railers shoot 6 of 14 from the field for 43%, 2 of 6 from the three-point land, and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. The Railers with 10 total rebounds, 3 of them offensive. 3 assists on 9 turnovers for the Railers, and the Railers have 9 steals. So a lot of turnovers for the Railers in a half is 9, especially against just a regular man-to-man defense by Taylorville. So not a pretty half of basketball. Got to get better here in a second.
Yeah, when you move Hayes from that 4, he's run the 1 right now, the point guard. It kind of takes him out of position where you can't really use him down low until you get your offense flowing, and that really takes away from his game. You know, with Miller being out and Tungate, you know, he's got to take over that point guard duty, but he's able to see the floor a little bit better with his height, and I think we need to go to Frank right from the get-go.
17-6, the Railers lead it here at halftime. We'll send it back to the studios and have third quarter action. You're in the Growl Incorporated halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, Disney, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Go online to simply-traveled.com.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, where the Railers take a 17-6 into the second half. It will be Taylorville basketball to start the third quarter. Starters back on the court for both teams. Pierce with the basketball, now to Howard. Howard works it over to Brown. Now they try to feed it into Odom. He'll kick it out to Howard. He's going to fire a 3 off the rim, no good. Sanders with the rebound. Hayes will bring it up. Over to Horn. Horn's going to hand off to Smith. Now up top to Hayes. Hayes will go left, back door to Comnick. Comnick head fake. Another block. Fought for. Sanders just goes in there and tips it out and grabs it. Rails will reset. Comnick bounce pass. Sanders up, rolls around and got it.
Yeah, good drive by Carson baseline and nice little bounce pass, drop down pass to Sanders, and thought he got hit on the shot attempt as well, but no call, but Sanders gets the layup to go. Good first possession there for the Railers.
Taylorville with the basketball. They'll work it around to Brown. Pierce up top. Now back to Brown. Over to Howard. Corner, Pierce, 3 on the way, got it. And Pierce with Taylorville's first 3-pointer tonight, and it's 19-9. Sanders blocking out 2 guys.
Yeah, he had deep position too. Railers got to find him when he gets that kind of position. That's 2 points.
Smith left wing. Now to Komnick. Work it right to Hayes. Finds Smith, and Brown's going to go over the back of Smith and pick up the foul. That's his second, team first. Get it into Hayes. Hayes wide open. Head fake up. Count the bucket. And he'll go to the line for the and one.
Yeah, needed a fake handoff to Carson, and everybody went with Carson. And Hayes with a nice drive, got the up fake.
I think it kind of confused him a little. There's nobody in front of him.
Drew the foul, and now Drew will go to the free throw line to try to convert the old-fashioned three-point play.
Free throw up and good for Hayes. Hayes hasn't been to the line a whole lot this year. I know last year he lived from the line.
Yeah, right.
But it's good to see him get involved in the offensive side of things. Raiders up 22-9. Their biggest lead. Fired over to Durbin. Now stolen away by Komnick. Now stolen away by Howard, and Smith will track it down. Raiders work it to the left to Hayes, left wing. Now all the way to Komnick. Now bounce pass to Sanders. Nothing there. Hayes, corner, three, off the rim, no good. Right down in the hands of Komnick. Fought for on the ground, still fighting for it. And they're going to get a travel on Sanders. He didn't really have possession of it. Coach Al tried to get the 30-second timeout call, but officials did not grant him that opportunity.
Well, they called a travel down there earlier. That guy fell to the ground with the rebound, and no travel call. So
Railers 22, Taylorville 9, 5:27 to go in the third. Pierce with the basketball all the way across. That's a three from Champley, no good. And off of the leg of Komnick, it will be Taylorville basketball. Odom to inbound. Fired all the way up top to Champley. Now in the corner to Durbin. Tried to feed Brown over his head. Smith gets the loose ball. He'll push right to give it to Komnick, right corner. Now Hayes. Hayes, top key to Horn. Horn pulls up, jumper, 17-footer, no good. Hayes with the rebound. Hayes up with the right, contact, couldn't get it to go. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, like Drew, good aggressive turn there on the post. Just throw that thing off the bankboard and put it in. Don't try to shoot it perfectly into the rim. Use the bankboard, and you got yourself a three-point play.
Free throw up and good for Hayes.
Yeah, Hayes 2 for 2 here on the night from the free throw line. Extend this lead 23-9, 4:57 left in this third quarter.
Second one up and no good. And Brown will track the rebound down and give it to Champley. Back to Brown. Now Champley, all tapped away by Komnick. Controlled by Hayes, get it up to Horn. He lost it. Out of bounds, Taylorville basketball. (23-9) Railers. Pierce with the basketball for the Tornadoes, picked up by Horn. Now they'll work it to the left to Champley. Now Yonker guarded by Smith in the corner to Odom. Now they'll reset up top. Champley, or that's Yonker, now Champley to Brown corner, picked up there by Sanders. Now they'll kick it back up top, work it in the corner. Pierce, nowhere to go. Fired it to Odom off his hands, and that's an over and back. Taylorville just a little
slick
out
ball.
of sorts
we
right now.
We got a slick ball here. All right, somebody get some rosin, right? Let's LeBron throw the rosin. Jordan used to throw the rosin and get your hands, Komnick going through his hands, the ball going through the Tornadoes. We got to check the baseball here.
Horn with it left wing. Kick it out to Hayes. Hayes going to dribble in, fire it out to Komnick. Komnick dribbles in, fake. Now up with the right, couldn't get it to go. Now tracked down by Horn. Horn with another offensive rebound. Boy, we're just throwing it at people's feet. Backdoor to Komnick. Up with the right. Couldn't get it to go. He'll go to the line for 2.
Call the travel?
Huh? What was that?
He said he called it travel.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Taylorville with the basketball. 23-9 Railers. We're at the 3:30 mark here in the third. Pierce pull up from the free throw line. A little too strong. And it's going to be out of bounds. It looked like Sanders and Hayes both had a hand on it. Thought Odom had a little something to do with it too, but it's going to be Taylorville basketball. They'll kick it out all the way up top to Champley. Now Odom. Back to Champley. Picked up there by Komnick. Now work it over to Pierce. Now in the corner to Odom. All the way across court to Howard. Now bounce pass inside to Yonker. Up and good. And it's 23-11. Hayes hands off to Horn. Top of the key. Work it left to Komnick. Now Hayes left wing. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Railers up 12. Feed Sanders. Go up and under. Got it. Well, he made it harder than it should have been.
I think you're right. I think he had a point-blank shot
sure
there.
Did.
He was maybe worried about the block shot coming from the other side, but Frank up and under, and the Railers answer.
3 on the way. No good from Howard, and a foul on, I'm going to say Sanders. Looks like the guilty party, but nope, it's Komnick. Komnick picks up his second. Team first for the Railers with 2:34. Railers up 14. Yonker to inbound, little bounce pass up, and now Sanders picks up his second. And Ladage is going to go to the line for 2. Free throw up and got it to go. Second one up and good. 25-13, 2:32 to go in the third quarter. Railers with the basketball. Now Horn will walk it up. Over to Smith. Now in the corner to Hayes. Picked up there by Pierce. Work it left to Smith. Boy, Frank just clearing that middle out.
Yeah, they're holding.
He's got to be careful too.
Yeah, they're holding.
Railers work it around. Komnick left wing. Now they'll feed Hayes. Hayes going to go into the lane. Kick it out. Horn. Now Smith. 3. Top of the key. Off the rim. No good. Sanders there for the putback. Too strong. Now on the ground with Hayes. Sanders is going to roll around and grab the ball. And somebody's out of bounds. And it is the Railers. It will be Tornado basketball. Had an opportunity there, Josh. Just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, we've had a lot of them, and it has been particularly sloppy here.
25-13, 1:48 left in the third. Pierce to Brown, now fired over to Howard. Howard's going to dribble in. Tried to feed a Ladage. He wasn't there. Turnover, Taylorville. Hayes with it now. Horn right wing. He'll dribble in. Give it to Komnick. Komnick got hit on the arm as he pulled up from the elbow, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, a little weave there for the Railers, and Comnick ended up with it and went up for the jump shot. And it looked like Brown, I think, shoved him in the back. So Carson will go to the line for 2 free throws.
That's Brown's third.
Railers up 25-13, a minute 19 left here in the third.
Up and good for Comnick. Brown with 3. Kind of surprised that he's still out there.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got a bunch of guys to choose from, or Coach Brown got a little confidence in his son to not pick up any more fouls.
Second one up and good for Comnick. Comnick 2 for 2 on that trip, and the Railers back up 14 with 1:15 to go. Howard pushes it up, kicks it out. Brown 3, corner off the front of the rim, no good. Pierce tracks down the rebound. Comnick just couldn't get there. Now they'll feed in Brown. He'll pull up for a jumper, up and good for Brown. Lead is down to 12 with under a minute to go. Hayes picks up his dribble. Now still on the ground, and we're going to have a foul.
Foul
on Pierce.
Taylorville, yeah, it looked like foul on Pierce.
Looked like he pointed at Hayes. Maybe he was pointing Hayes to go to the line.
And now that's
exactly what he did.
Well, yeah, 5 team fouls now on Taylorville. So the Railers in the bonus. Hayes headed to the free throw line for 2.
Free throw up and no good for Hayes. Second one up and got that one to go. 28-15, 50 seconds to go here in the third. Pierce over to Howard. Now they'll feed. Get it to go, and that is Yonker. Got the basket to go, and he'll go to the line for 1, and that cuts it down to 11. Hayes just picked up his third. Sanders is going to check in for Velakovic.
(28-17), 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Taylorville looks to cut this to a 10-point deficit.
And they don't.
Missed.
Let's see if the Railers hold for 1 here, Josh.
Yeah, I think we'll try it and should be successful. I don't think Taylorville, man, a lot of pressure on us here. Counting down now, 25 seconds here in the third. Really just like a clear out.
And we won't. Comnick's going to go to the rim, rolls around, no good. Sanders for the putback, that's up and good. 30-17. I don't know that Pierce knows how much time's left. Brown with it. He's going to launch a deep 3, left it way short. Sanders for the rebound, and at the end of 3, Lincoln Railers 30, Taylorville Tornadoes 17. We'll go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action. WLCN 96.3 FM.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Wait, why does my face look like that?
Scott Kirby, Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. Paula Kodat back at the studio. Railers take a 30-17 lead into the fourth. It will be Lincoln Railer basketball.
Let's have a good quarter here. Something fun. A little excited, huh? Ryan Mahan, Taylorville alumni joining us here at the table. Let's have some excitement for the Railers.
Feed Sanders. He'll lose it. And now here comes Taylorville. That's not how we wanted to start the fourth. Howard will take it. Kick it over to Pierce. Back to Howard, top of the key. Now work it to the right to Yonker. Tapped away by Horn. Komnick with it. Komnick pushes. Bounce pass to Smith. Up and too strong. Sanders there for the rebound. He's going to go up at the right. Roll around. No good. Smith with the offensive rebound. Bounce pass. Komnick up. Good.
Yeah, good job by the Railers. Didn't make the layups, but Sanders with a putback. And then off the rebound, Smith grabs it. Passes make a little short pass to Komnick, who was right there for the good pass from Smith.
And Hayes just reached in and picked up his fourth. It's not where you want to foul when you got three. Or wait, they got to get it on Smith.
All right. Well,
okay, that's better.
Yeah.
I take that back. Feed it inside. Nowhere to go amongst the trees. Now at three on the way. Up and good for Howard from the corner. That was a tough shot. And it's only a 12-point lead now for the Railers with 7 to go.
Yeah, catch and shoot there.
Komnick finds a lane. He's going to head fake up with the right. Got it to go. And the Railers up 14.
Well, we just keep around with that 14, 12, 14, 10-point lead. The Railers, plenty of opportunities to blow this thing open here.
Pierce with the basketball for the Tornadoes. Now Howard's going to fire from the right wing, and now he's feeling it. Howard's got a little hot streak right there. 2 threes in a row from him, and it's 34-23 with 6:32 to go. And Coach Al's going to talk it over with his team as a 30-second timeout, full timeout, and we'll take one as well. We'll be back after these messages.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in Service, Parts, and Detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Heartland.
34-23, Railers with the lead. 6:32 to go in the ball game. Off of some hot shooting there late by Howard. He hit 2 threes in a row to cut the lead down to 11. Josh.
Yeah, and that's hot. I mean, for this game, that's hot right now, and that's kind of brought a little life back into the Tornadoes, and Taylorville picks up a little full court pressure here. 6:32 left in this basketball game. The Railers up 11.
Looks like Horn will take over some of the point guard duties as he'll bring it up the court. Now right to Smith. Tough pass to Hayes in the corner. Now back to Smith. Work it left to Komnick. Now Sanders left corner. Smith was going to go left to Sanders and decided to change directions and got called for the travel. Raiders up 11. 6:05 to go. Pierce spins, goes right. Now bounce pass, almost stolen away by Horn. Little cut by Yonker. And he's going to be fouled and go to the line. He can get this to single digits.
Yeah, and it just kind of like the third quarters have been for the Railers, just lethargic basketball. Right now, Taylorville with a dump down pass to probably the smallest guy on the court.
I was getting ready to say that.
Yonkers. And he gets Hayes up in the air, does a good job with the shot fake, gets him up in the air, draws a foul, and makes the first free throw, and now we're at a 10-point game here.
Misses a second. So the lead is 10 for the Railers. They have the basketball. Horn will trot it up. Center court. Now go left to Komnick. Now in the corner to Sanders. Sanders will dribble out of the corner, give it to Hayes. Work it over to Horn. Now Komnick right wing. Tapped out of his hands. Going to stay with the Railers.
Yeah, Carson got Howard on him, way on him with his dribble left, and got to make a move to the basket and get him off of him a little bit.
Kick it into Horn. To Smith. Hayes sets a pick on Brown. Smith's going to go up. A lot of contact, no call.
He's called a foul.
Hayes went for the rebound. Looked like he had his arm grabbed. Now here comes Pierce. Pierce up, and a blocking foul on, they're going to get Frank. No, they're going to get Horn. And Pierce is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Railers only up 10. Free throw from Pierce, in and out, no good. And he'll get one more. Up and good. Lead is down to 9 for the Railers with 5:17 to go. Durbin's going to check in for Pierce. Now they'll extend their defense a little. Give it to Hayes. Now over to Komnick. 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Fought for. Durbin gets the rebound for the Tornadoes, who are down 9. Brown pulls up 3, way short, airballed it. Hayes there for the rebound. Horn to Hayes. Hayes going to get it into Smith. Now to Horn. Komnick left corner. Now they'll reset. Smith left wing. Now bounce pass to Sanders. Kick it out. And a foul underneath. It's only the first team foul for the Tornadoes.
The Railers will have it underneath their basket, up 9, 34-25, 4:30 left in this game. Easy pass.
Who got that?
Hayes.
Hayes?
Yeah, they just forgot to cover him underneath the basket, and Carson just threw a little lob pass to Hayes, and Hayes with a point-blank layup.
I looked down at my sheet, and I looked up, and we scored. It was quick.
We need it.
Raiders back up 11. Feed it into Brown. Up with the left. No good. Sanders rips down the rebound. Now kicks it over to Horn. Horn dribbles in. Now give it to Sanders. Now reset up top to Hayes with under 4 to go here in the ball game. Raiders up 11 with the ball. Pull-up jumper from Komnick, no good. Rebound Brown on the court, and Taylorville will get it. Brown will cross half-court line, give it back to Howard. Howard to Brown. Back to Howard. Durbin, Howard top of the key. He'll dribble in. Fake it, no good. Hayes with the rebound. Kick it to Horn, now all the way up to Komnick. Komnick will dribble through the zone, now give it to Sanders, now Hayes. Three minutes to go.
Go to the basket, Gabe.
Komnick's man fell, he'll go up, and a charge called on Komnick. I don't think that was the right call, but that was the call. That's the second personal on Komnick.
No, I think they gave it to Sanders. Sanders on the clear out. Yeah, they did. 3 on Sanders now. Up on the scoreboard, it says Frank's number. I'm not.
Okay.
This whole game has got me.
So Railers still up 11. Taylorville with the basketball. Pierce with it. Over to Howard. Howard's going to bounce pass inside. Yonkers contains it. Pulls up a jumper. Left it short. Pierce is going to save it to Horn. Horn kicks it up to Komnick. Komnick loses it. Gets it. Gives it to Horn. Now they'll reset with Hayes. Now over to Smith with 2:14 to go in the game. 11-point lead for the Railers. Tapped out of Smith's hands. Now here comes Yonker. Yonker up and good. 9-point lead for the Railers. And a foul on Pierce. Nope, that's on Brown. That's his fourth.
Yep, second team foul now on Taylorville.
Kick it into Hayes, bounce pass to Smith, up and good for Smith. Back up 11 with 1:40 to go. And a unforced turnover by the Tornadoes. Railers with the ball. And stolen away from Horn. Pierce up underneath. Yonker with the rebound, and Horn's going to pick up the foul. I don't know what Pierce was thinking on that. He had an easy little layup. He tried to go up and under and wasn't even close.
No, and then it looked like a push-off as Horn tried to go up for the rebound.
Yonker to the line. First one up and good. Second one up and good. 38-29, 1:16 to go. Horn with the basketball. He'll dribble past Yonker, get it to Sanders. Sanders to Hayes, and Odom will pick up the foul. That's the team third with 1:05 to go. Odom's fourth. Comnick to inbound. Give it in to Hayes. Pierce trying to reach in. Give it to Smith, right wing, under a minute to go. Horn to Smith. Now Sanders. Back to Smith. Stripped away. Foul is on Pierce, his third.
Now their fourth team foul, I think, on Taylorville, as Coach Alexander wants a full timeout.
You want to take one as well?
We'll take it with him.
We'll take it with him. We'll be back after these messages.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
And Springfield Landfair on Saturday of next week.
Hayes to inbound. Railers up by 9. Comnick, he'll be fouled there by Yonker, and Comnick's going to the line for 2 shots. Comnick, first one up and good.
Give Comnick 12 in the game. Another double-digit score for the Railers. Blake Horn with 10.
Second one up and didn't get to go. Brown with the rebound for the Tornadoes. Railers up 10, 45 seconds to go. Comnick gets the loose ball. Now he'll back it out, give it to Smith, to Hayes. And Yonkers going to foul Hayes and put him to the line for 2. So Taylorville trying to extend the game here with 32 seconds to go, down by 10. Hayes 2 for 4 from the line. Up and no good. Second one left it short. And the Tornadoes with the rebound with 30 seconds to go. Brown, 3, left wing, no good. Yonker gets the rebound. Now Pierce going to dribble in on Smith. Now back it out with 20 seconds to go. And Smith picks up the foul, and Pierce will go to the line for 2.
Well, barring a catastrophe, the Railers, I think, are going to come out with a W here. But boy, it was not pretty basketball.
It was sloppy to say the least. Free throw, no good from Pierce. And sloppy both ways.
Yeah, it was a tough game.
Second one up and good from Pierce. 39-30, 18 seconds. And Yonker is going to pick up his 4th, and that will send Horn to the line with 12 seconds to go and a 9-point lead for the Railers. Up and in and out for Horn, no good. Did everything but go down.
Yeah, Blake looking for his 11th point on the night.
That one goes. Railers back up by 10. No fouls. Brown. Deep 3 by Howard, no good, and off of, I thought that was off Odom. 1.2 seconds to go. Railers will get their 5th win in a row?
5 in a row.
5 in a row, and that's it. Your final, Lincoln 40, Taylorville 30. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated post-game show on WLCN 96.3 FM.
This is Corporal Brian Clements with the Lincoln Police Department. This week, Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers is seeking information in reference to a shooting that occurred on December 30th, 2024 at approximately 7 to 8 p.m. in the area of the North Jefferson Street near the Logan County Fairgrounds. The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a small caliber gunshot. At this time, no description of a suspect was given. If you have any information on this crime, please contact the Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers anonymously at 217-732-3000 or the Lincoln Police Department at 217-732-2151. Tips leading to an arrest could receive a cash reward of up to $1,000. Crime Stoppers only wants your information, not your name.
The Lincoln Logan County Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week is brought to you by Me Realty, supporting a thriving community safe for families through support of the Crime Stoppers program. Me Realty, 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post Nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, as the Railers win it here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium by a score of 40-30 over the Tornadoes from Taylorville High School. You're in the Growl Incorporated post-game show. Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby. And we talked about, Scott, it was a rough game for both squads. You know, both teams coming off a victories games last night, and you turn around and have to play again here back-to-back nights. But the Railers better get used to it, because we've got 3 in a row next week on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all tough games in Central State 8 play. And I think it's a matter of whether you put yourself back in the race for the Central State 8 next week, or you really don't have a shot after it, depending on how you do. Obviously, if you don't do well, you've kind of worked yourself out of it.
Yeah, and we got Glenwood Thursday.
Yeah, Eisenhower Friday and Lanphier on Saturday.
Yeah,
it's a tough week next week, but Railers come away with their 5th straight victory here against the Tornadoes from Taylorville. They didn't have a whole lot going. The Railers didn't have a whole lot going. It would have been a real close on the turnover to points difference because there were a lot of turnovers that went on here tonight.
Yeah, you're right. A little sloppy, but the main thing is the Railers got the victory and 5 wins in a row, and moves our record, 15-8 now?
Yeah, yep, 15-8 on the season, still 3-4 in the Central State 8. The Railers were led here tonight by Carson Comnick. Comnick with 12, Blake Horn with 11. Frank Sanders with 8, 7 for Drew Hayes, and 2 points for Gabe Smith. We'll send it back to the studios and have Coach Alexander here in the Growl Incorporated postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
WLCN's Railer basketball coverage is sponsored by Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Gymnasium, where the Railers victorious over the Tornadoes 40-30, and joining us now is Coach Neil Alexander. Coach, that's 5 wins in a row for the Railers. Pretty sloppy tonight at times, most of the time, but you know, the Railers able to pull it off, and you knew it's going to be tough, and I think our defense kind of took Taylorville out of their game plan, and a 10-point victory for the Railers.
Our defense was really good. We moved the ball. They moved the ball. $30 points. I thought we held them to low 20s, and we were able to keep them there. We lost 4 late in the game, and he hit the 2 threes there, which gave him 6 points real quick. And we were able to come back and, you know, hit some shots and keep our lead at 10 points.
Yeah, we were there, you know, 10-point lead. Got it to 14, I think, at one time, but the fluidity and just couldn't get a good flow tonight, Coach. It just seemed like there was some kind of something on the ball tonight. Guys couldn't catch the ball. It wasn't just us. It was guys from Taylorville, too.
Yeah, you know, I've said it before, the basketball that, you know, the IHSA wants us to play with it's like an outdoor ball, and it's hard to handle. It doesn't take true bounces, and, you know, but it's what we got to play with.
Coach, another different lineup for you tonight with Miller being sick, and so you kind of just plug away, and had to have Drew kind of bring the ball up a little bit as your point, which kind of takes him out of position. So not many ball handlers out there, with Tungate still injured, and now Miller sick.
Yeah, you know, that was a makeshift lineup. I mean, there was not a true point guard out there, so we had to just take and make do, and we were able to execute enough to get things done. But you know, we got to be able to make some good decisions. We had some bad decisions out there that we got to take care of. But again, a lot of those kids were out of position today.
Yeah, hopefully, Coach, to next week will be, you better have them hopefully back in position, because next week you don't have any cupcakes by any means. Chatham, Eisenhower, and Lanphier, we talked about just a little bit ago. You can get yourself back into this Central State 8 race with a 3-0 record, or you can go the opposite direction really quickly.
Yeah, you know, and we've got to then you turn around the following week and you play Monday, Tuesday. But think about the sophomores, though.
Yeah.
Sophomores play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, there you
go. They get a slow start at the beginning of the year, but I mean they're making up for it.
Well, does that kind of hurts you at practice, where you don't have those sophomores there to practice against? So not only do they have games, that affects your practice time with them.
Yeah, it really does. We don't have anybody to run anything against. So
Comnick and he'll come out. And
I think my days of doing that are pretty much over. I sit up here and just be just fine. But yeah, it'll be a tough week next week, and we got to get some guys healthy and put together 3 solid games. I hope this game wasn't a reflection of back-to-back games, because you got back-to-back-to-back next week.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it more so that Brady and Brody have been out of the lineup, and we don't have a true point guard. It's hard to call an offense when you take your quarterback out. So we'll be fine. We've got a lot of work to do, but running out of time. 3 weeks from 3 more weeks, and the season's over.
Yeah, well. You always say that you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year. Well, hopefully we can be healthy at the end of the year and get your full squad out there, because, it's a different team when you're at full strength and you can run what you want and get kids in the position where they need to be.
Yeah.
So
let's get a couple days off and be ready for Chatham here Thursday.
Yes, sir.
It'll be a tough one.
It will be. They're probably, I think they're tied.
Close, if not maybe a game back at MacArthur.
I think they beat MacArthur, so I think both of them's got 1 loss. So we could have a
say-so.
Yeah, in the
absolutely.
Conference. We still got both of them left, and we only got 3 more conference games. So that's what's bad about just playing everybody once. But we've always said we play for the end of the year, and let's be ready for the regional.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you right back here Thursday night.
Okay, thank you.
That's going to do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be February 6th at 7 o'clock as the Railers are at home to take on the Titans from Glenwood High School. Broadcast will begin with the pregame starting at 6:30. The Railers now stand at 15-8. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. We'd like to thank our listeners for listening, our viewers for viewing, and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Lincoln Railer basketball. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer Paula Kodat, cameraman and social media coordinator Lloyd Kirby, my counterpart Josh Comnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final, Lincoln 40, Taylorville 30. Good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for Classic Rock Experience on the Nighttime Fix 96.
Good job.
Yeah, you didn't cut me off tonight.
Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball. WLCN's live stream coverage is
Me Realty. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Go online to merealty.com. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, located at 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln, and online at myfgec.org. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Grau Incorporated, serving Lincoln and Logan County since 1953. Located at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chestnut Health Systems, offering a comprehensive scope of behavioral health and human services in Illinois and Missouri. Call 888-924-3786.
State Farm Insurance Agent Brian Clark, with offices at 628 North Chicago Street in Lincoln, or call 217-732-6211.
Dara Entwistle, independent health insurance agent advocating for you, your family, and your company. Call 217-651-8046. Heartland Bank and Trust Company, with branches on North Sangamon Street and Woodlawn Road. Unlock the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank and save money on the things you're already paying for. Open your account today in branch or online at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Emo's Cafe, your family restaurant serving home-cooked meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located at 616 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-605-0171. Emo's Cafe, Lincoln's family restaurant. Chase Lowry Edward Jones Financial, your Lincoln Edward Jones financial advisor. Located at 407 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Learn how Chase can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by the office. Member SIPC. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Simply Traveled Cruise Planners. Let LCHS alum Amy Wiggers-Chen help with domestic and global travel arrangements for groups, generational travel, Disney, all things cruises, and all-inclusive travel. Simply Traveled is so much more than cruises. Call Amy at 615-961-6474 or go online to simply-traveled.com.
United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is the leader in community banking and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Thank you for watching WLCN's live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Railer basketball.
An accident or injury can happen any day. If you're living without health insurance, now is the time to find a health insurance plan to protect you and your family. New, low-cost plans cover doctor's visits, hospital stays, prescriptions, preventative care, and more. And you could get a tax credit to help you afford insurance. So call me, Dara Entwistle, 217-737-7581 to help you find a plan that's right for you.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln and Logan County. This is Chris Grau from Grau Chevrolet Buick in Lincoln. When it comes time to choose someone to repair your car, truck, or SUV, don't you think you'd feel more comfortable working with the local people you know and trust? Our team in service, parts, and detail have the tools, training, and knowledge that will get your repairs done quickly with less downtime and at the right price. Call the local pros at 217-735-4444 at Grau Chevrolet Buick on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.